What does it mean? I think that's what the question is. While people, or when people will read the Qur'an in a place like a new house, I see. Oh, I see. And they invite people for a ceremony of entering in your new house for barakah and so on. Again, alhamdulillah, this is a good niyyah, isn't it? The person means well. The person means to read Qur'an. Now, because there are texts that teach ibadah is what Allah and His Rasul taught. You open the gate and that gate will become floodgates. Did people in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and later on move to new houses or not? They did. Did they want barakah for their new homes or not? They did. Did they invite ulama and people to sit and read Qur'an in a circle, each one reading a juz, alhamdulillah, or not? They didn't. And therefore, in accordance to the definition of bid'ah given in an usuli sense, this falls. Just take that definition that you have learned, take it and study it. It's like a theorem. That's the theorem. And see if any specific case applies to that theorem or not. If the theorem, when applied, when operated on the specific case that you have applies, then that's a bid'ah. If it is not, then it is not. And your qalb and mind, if it is not filled with hawa, with liking myself, with being impressed with my opinion, with wanting my views to be respected, then I don't mind, because what I care for is Allah Azza wa Jal. And from wherever ilm comes to me, and that ilm leads me to what Allah loves and His Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam loves, I'm going to accept it. If there is no hawa. Some of us may have a lot of ilm, but there is hawa. Because the reason for ibtida', as is well established in the Sharia by the ulama rahmahumullah ta'ala, the reasons for ibtida' are mainly two. And a third one you can add. Lack of ilm, enough ilm, and the second one, ittiba'ul hawa. And both of which Allah Azza wa Jal speaks in the Qur'an as reasons for ibtida'. فَأَمَّا الَّذِينَ فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ زَيْغٌ, that's al-hawa, فَيَتَّبِعُونَ مَا تَشَابَهَ مِنَّهُ. And the key characteristics of a person who follows bid'ah or who practices ibtida', invents things of ibadah like that, the characteristic of that person, if he or she has some ilm, is they don't distinguish between the muhkam and the mutashabih, and how to subject the mutashabih to the muhkam, and what does this mean, and what are examples of this, and so on and so forth. Now, so one stays away from that. And one, alhamdulillah, before he enters that new house, there is a dua taught by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allahumma inni as'aluka min khayri hadha al-bayt wa khayri ma huwa lah, wa a'udhu bika min sharrihi wa sharri ma huwa lah, and so on. And you ask Allah Azza wa Jal to give you barakah, etc., etc. But to do it in this way, collecting people in this way, on this occasion, at this specific day, that's what I'm afraid will indeed enter it into the fold of the definition of bid'ah. Wallahu ta'ala alam. It's already done.